We are doing the one-shot Lost Adventures called Missing Children.
I win.
So,
That's sad.
you guys find yourself in the forest, among the temperate hills of somber woods. A previous village got attacked, raided. The village name was Kenwalk.
Camelcock.
An orc raiding party came by, killed 5 people, captured 2 boys, 1 girl. Nobody knows why they would capture them, since orcs normally don't take prisoners. So something's going on. So the people have hired you to look into it, investigate why this is happening, find the missing children, and deal with this orc menace. Through the trees of somber woods, you see smoke rising up. The orcs have probably set up camp. The sun was high with clear skies. You arrive near the clearing of the camp. What do you do? During this time, it is winter, and there is snow all around. What do you guys do? You see a couple orcs around the small campfire on the other side. They have 3 sleeping bags set up. Look to be in a rundown small area where building foundations once stood. In the distance, you notice a barn. You also take note of a guard tower with 1 orc inside of it, looking vigilantly out and about to see if anything or anyone comes near the camp. These 2 are just talking into their own tongue. It's hard to make out what it is exactly.
Can they see us?
It doesn't look like they've spotted you, no.
Okay. Whispery. Which one of you fuckers is the sneaky fucker?
I think she's sneakier than me,
A lot
right?
of stealth.
The sneaky one should flank.
Yeah, I got a lot of stealth. The sneaky bitch.
I got chain armor. I'm not gonna be very quiet.
Should probably stay here. And go for the guard tower.
Where's the guard tower? Right there.
We should like,
Yes.
yeah, click click. That means something somewhere.
Click, click.
That means yes.
That is...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go that way.
Are you stealthy? You are? Alright, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
We've got a 7 plus a 9, which is 16.
16. You can only go half your movement speed since you are stealthing.
Damn it.
So,
I'm gonna keep trying to stealth.
keep moving, alright.
Making my way downtown to the tower.
Am I behind a bush?
Yes. Tree.
Oh. Can I move around the tree?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Go through
It might hurt.
it. Get in the tree. All the
Get
way to
in
top.
the bush.
And you shoot downward.
Ooh, you could do that. Can't you?
It's up to her.
How tall is the tree compared to the tower?
About the same height.
Alright, I'm gonna move around the tree and go up here.
Where's up here?
Just as far as I can go.
That's me.
Oh, sorry. So, right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Just going straight for him.
Ballsy.
Alright.
I'm not sneaky no more.
You just
Well, I
go...
mean, you're still sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still sneaky, but I mean, there's...
You head forward as these 2 orcs that are talking with each other
Say
look
what's
over and just woof, And I points up and they draw their weapons as you see the one in the tower bring back his bow. What's Tracy?
Hold on, at 14.
Isn't it still her turn?
There is really no turns. It's just anybody wants to do something.
But I mean, like, wasn't she like still in the middle of like doing her thing?
I gave her ample enough time to say what she wanted to do. She's like, as far as I can go. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Wait, can I get my bow out and use it?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Good.
you want to do that first?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot that guy with my bow.
Okay. Go ahead and attack.
Wait, no. I'm gonna go for that guy.
I'm behind a bush going, what is
The
going
one on the tower?
over
Yeah.
here?
Okay. Not one. This is going to be
Actually, it's
a great session. Oh man. If things could not go more wrong.
wrong. What's wrong?
Oh, let's find out.
It's a solid start.
He's gonna make you shoot yourself in the foot.
With my bow?
Yes.
It's possible. There are things like that. But this one is called overcompensate.
Oh.
You overcompensate for the distance.
Sounds familiar.
Attacks against targets with half cover or better have disadvantage for 3 rounds. Shots made from a half cover, so the guy in the tower has half cover, is considered a disadvantage if you try to go for him for the next 3 rounds. So anybody who has more than half cover, disadvantage on the shot.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
So you just miss, and I have that for the next 3
No, we're
rounds.
just standing there.
Standing there and now possibly getting shot. Let's find out. Oh, I get disadvantage on the shot because of the distance. Cool. Caleb, you
Yep.
suffer 7 points of piercing damage. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh boy.
7.
What's this for?
This is now we're doing turn order, so go ahead and roll your initiative. So it's whatever you roll plus your dexterity modifier.
I was just gonna ask that.
11.
Oh, what level are we doing?
You're level 5.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah, I consider level 3, but it's like, yeah, I'll play around with this one.
12.
12.
Decent.
What'd you get, Zazragold?
13.
Hilarious. When you got 13, when you get 12, when you get 11. Cool.
Somebody cheated.
Zazragold, you get to go first.
Oh, that's cool since I didn't get to go the last round.
And that's why you gotta take your
So-
movements.
So the first thing I'm going to do is say to myself, where no one can hear it, is what in the actual fuck? What is this?
A tent. Small tent.
Are these weapons accurate for what they got?
The one closest to you near the campfire, yes. You're looking at great swords. But their weapon-wise,
Is that not a bow?
no. He's got a sword.
That looks like a bow.
That looks like a bow. We don't have accurate figurines.
Okay. Whatever.
No shields, just weapons. So those 3 have great swords, while the one in the tower has a short bow.
Okay. What's this tent count as? Is that like cover or not cover?
That will be it depends. If you're on the other side, like laying down the ground, yes, you would get cover. But not really
I didn't know if it
effective.
counted for like, like this dude looking at me or whatever.
Possible if you're hiding behind them, like certain sides.
Okay. Well, okay. I mean, I guess I'm gonna fucking do this,
Alright.
and then I'm gonna do something. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna do yet.
Get ready, Melee. You're on deck.
What kind of cover do bushes give you?
They
It depends on how trimmed it is.
yeah. The bushes will provide at least half cover.
I think I'm gonna fucking do firebolt.
Gonna firebolt? All right. Who you going for?
The dude closest to me. And it says 2d10s for 5th level.
Mm-hmm. So first you gotta hit. So make a ranged attack, or I think it's your spell.
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip, so it's going to be your proficiency plus your intelligence modifier, so I think you get a +5.
Oh, it says, yeah, +5 right there on the top. Okay. And that's the 20?
Mm-hmm. Which, that's not the one.
What do you mean that's not the one? Oh, it's over here. Durr. Fuck you, man.
I'm on it.
16?
16 hits.
Okay. And then, what did I say that was?
2d10s.
2. Oh, you got a, I guess I could just roll it twice.
Yeah, just roll twice. That's a d12.
11. That's, which one's the 10? This one?
Let me see. Yep, that's a 10. You can grab that one and the other one too.
Why are they?
Well, that one's a D%, which is like a D10. You roll that one with your D10, and it'll give you up to 100. So
this one then.
yeah, but you can roll both of them and just use the same number. If you see as double zeros, that's 10.
So one's a 20 and the other's a 0.
So the 20 over here is actually 2. So that's a 2, and that's a 0, so you got 12.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, and
I broke my
then,
pencil.
so that's 12 fire damage.
I have a pencil sharpener in my room. 12 fire damage?
Yep.
Alright.
And then, so that only counts as the one action, right? Or
Yes.
Like one attack?
Yes, that'll count as your action. It'll say it on the cantrip spell. It'll say
Okay.
bonus action, casting time, or action.
Does that affect extra attack that I get for 5?
Yes, because you have to start with an attack to do the attack.
Okay. Does extra attack work if I do another spell?
No, unfortunately. You can do one spell if it says one action, and then you can do a cantrip if it says bonus action. So,
Guess I'm done then.
alright, you move through the somber woods quickly, seeing your ally in plain sight of everything, activating the whole battle itself. You trudge through the snow quickly as you draw and you pull out, aiming your sword at the closest orc as a fiery blaze emanates from it and shoots out, striking the orc surprisingly.
Yeah.
You see a good planted hole on his chest as it's cauterized and most of his armor has fallen away, but he still stands. Next up, melee.
You're
Okay.
still technically hiding.
Yes.
True.
I'm going to. I get 35, right?
But if you're stealthing, you only get to go half your speed.
I'm not gonna stealth.
You're not going to stealth, so you're breaking stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
Am I in range of this guy on the tower?
What are you using?
What are you using?
Bow. Sorry,
She gets 120 feet minimum.
I have my bow out.
Yes, you are within range.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do sharpshooter.
Okay, so you get a +2.
See if it'll work for me this time. Instead of, missing every frickin' time. +2, you said?
I think you get a +2, so it's your dexterity mod plus proficiency.
You're not going to negative her for sharpening the living shit out of your pencil?
I was like, oh my god.
It kept breaking!
Yeah, you gotta be gentle with it.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
What?
Be easy with the man's wood.
Don't know the term. Okay, dex plus what?
It's going to be
Proficiency?
dex mod plus your proficiency. So you should have a
6.
+3 in your proficiency, and your dex mod is a 3 or 4.
It's 3.
3,
so
so
I'll have a
6.
+1.
So you get a +1.
Hmm?
What'd you get?
Gives me a 17.
17. That is a hit.
Oh.
So, now, you get 2... Let's see. Oh, they already acted. So, yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. So, a d6. Plus, you're going to add your modified dexterity modifier, which is a +3, plus 10.
So just 1d6.
1d6.
That plus 13.
Yeah, that plus 13.
Which is 16.
All right. You move to the. You move quickly, breaking stealth as its gaze slowly sees its periphery as he stands up fully. You make a blind fire shot. Phew, stands up, takes him right in the eye, and he drops immediately.
Call me Legolas.
I thought she was shooting this dude.
I'm shooting that guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
I was very confused.
He gone.
And then I want to hide behind the bush.
All right. Using cunning action, go ahead. Roll your stealth. Not 1. You
Fall into the bush.
Yeah. You run up to this tree, hiding behind it as you put your whole body into it, just going, and just like up to it. The ones to the side can clearly see you as your focus was up to him to see if he took note. The shooting in the eye really startled you as you're like, oh, I killed him. He is not alive anymore. All right.
I can't see
I
the
think you'd have
Rhea?
been better off without the hide action.
right. Should have just. Damn.
Stay where I am. And I'm gonna shoot the guy that's in front of me.
Okay. There's 2.
Okay.
If your next one...
earlier.
Wait, can I use my bow and use Hail of Thorns?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Wait, how much area
5.
is the...
5 feet of its target location.
Oh, okay.
So,
So we go for the guy on the left with my bow.
okay, you go on the guy on the left. So, bonus action to cast it, and...
16. Plus whatever
Wait.
your
16.
thing is.
16 plus... Do you remember what your plus was?
9 last time, wasn't
Mm-hmm. It is +9. Your dex is +4. Your proficiency is +3. And your fighting style is archery +2.
Yes.
Which
So
is...
16 plus 9.
Yes. And the number, when you add those two together...
25.
25.
So the number's good. All right, it succeeds. Go ahead, you're going to roll damage, and then you're going to roll your Hail of Thorns damage.
What do we use for those?
Well,
Same?
Depends on what your thing says.
depends on what your thing says. Your phone with all the data that you have accumulated into it.
Hold on.
So you're probably using a longbow, which we know is a D8.
Yeah.
So it's going to be D8 plus 4. And then you're going to go to the spell Hail of Thorns. The next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dex savings throw. So, okay. So he has failed. A creature takes 1d6 piercing damage on a failed one, or is half as much on a successful one. So, you're rolling a d8 and a d10, and you're adding +4 to that. That's a d12.
Wait,
I thought it was a 6.
this guy? This guy. And,
Those two guys.
oh, okay.
They're not gender specific, but hey,
Oh, I'm sorry. They. I'll roll them.
it's okay.
Nazi.
6, 4.
4. You shoot your arrow at him as you...
Did you add your 4?
Yeah, you add your 4. What'd you get? 14?
Oh, wait, add these together?
Yeah, add those together
and
and
then
you
you
plus
add
4.
your 4.
14.
14. You draw your next arrow, whispering sweet words to it as you see these vines start sprouting around it, and you let it go. As it strikes the orc veins start sprouting out of its body and start piercing him all around as the floor around him this flourish of a prickly plant that you have seen in nature. Unfortunately, the part that got caught in the fire did not survive, but he is just... It's not bound, but you can see the extensive amount of damage that is caused around him. He doesn't look like he's got much left to give.
Damn.
Sweet. What about the guy next to him?
Well, he's 10
He's
feet
too far away.
What?
So what you could have done is I want to shoot the spot between them. They both had to make dexterity saving throws, and then you could both roll a d10, but you wouldn't get your d8. Yeah, or +4.
Why
Or you
would I shoot an arrow in between them at nothing, though?
Because you were trying to hit them both.
Because you'd be hitting them both. But again, you're doing more damage this way than hitting both of them.
That's true. Is he dead?
No, he still stands.
He's almost dead.
Okay.
Okay.
He's burning and full of thorns.
He's not burning. The fire is taking away the thorn effect.
He's burned and full of thorns.
He's burned. All right. It's the monster's turn. You hear the orc cry out, the one that you threw a firebolt toward him. Just yells it out loud. And you start hearing some shuffling in the woods near you.
You're me?
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
We're going to attack
That is
Rhea
it.
first. Here we go. What is your AC, my dear?
14.
14.
Yes.
That is a hit. You're good. What's your AC, Matt?
16.
It was on a 2, landed on 20, shifted to an 8. Miss.
That's what I got.
16, miss again.
These guys are like stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, that's just what they do. They miss all the time, but they hit hard. And you want to know how hard they hit?
No.
They hit me.
14 damage. Comes out with his greatsword, just pulls away the thorns. You see his body bloody as he grabs the greatsword off of his back and just brings it down across you. The other two come at you with their greatswords and they start swinging just easily. Stop your sword in the way, blocking one, come up short with another.
Which dude pulled the thorns off? Because the dude, that
Yeah.
dude didn't have the thorns on him.
Where's the laser pointer when you need it?
Yes.
That's right. I switched the figures. I switched the figures and I left them switched because I was like, they're the same thing.
Yeah, but the dude that was here, this
Yeah.
dude,
Mm-hmm.
was the one she shot with the thorns.
She said the left.
Oh,
Yeah.
the left?
Mm-hmm. She was like the
Oh.
left one.
Yeah.
You even did the thing. I was like, oh, cool.
Okay, whatever.
Because he would have been dead.
I was confused. My fucking bad.
It's
little
okay.
Brain,
It's
not
okay.
very big.
That's also your turns, Azrael.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm dead now.
Dead.
You're level 5, and that was the first time you've taken 13 HP.
14.
14
But that's
HP.
Here.
How do you...
You can't.
HP?
What? No. Unlock your thing.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was
I was
looking at the
gonna
other
say.
thing.
Don't forget, you also have a raven.
Ravon.
Do
A
the raven
raven
noise.
named Shay.
Do the
I
raven
named it
noise.
something different.
Hmm?
Do the raven noise.
No.
I can't do it.
He's not acting. It's not, until he does something.
Okay, so my turn.
It is your turn, yes.
Oh, okay. And great sword's already out.
Great sword already out.
All right. Well. First dude I'm gonna hit is the dude that I shot with the fire shit.
Okay, going with the left first.
Yeah.
Here we go.
7 plus.
14. Hit.
Yeah.
I shake those dice.
Do I add anything to these?
Your strength mod.
Strength?
Yep.
What was it again?
+3 or +4?
4.
4, so that +4.
13.
13. You take your great sword as you, from blocking it, you switch stances, you grab the backhand, and you bring it down, the one that you impacted with the flame strike. You bring it down on him, just crushing through his clavicle and his rib cage as he takes to the ground hard. You still have another attack action.
Yeah, and I want to use it to hit that other fucking asshole. And then that's proficiency and what you call it?
Strength and proficiency. So I think you get a +6, +7, +7.
+7. So 22.
22. That is a hit.
And then these two.
Watch, rinse, repeat. Do you have an ability for being a fighter? Great.
Yeah, great weapon.
Yeah. Does that make you re-roll? You can re-roll your lowest, or
where the fuck is that at? Right here. I can re-roll a 1 or a 2, but I have to accept the new roll.
Yep. Could be good. Could be worse. Same.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. All right.
So what was that? Plus
7
just
plus
the attack.
7 plus 4.
11.
11? Yeah. From there, you go across him, taking part of the tent with you, and slashing across his chest, still standing, gritting his orc teeth. As it rears back, ready to strike at you. All right, next up is Melee.
Hey, wait a minute. Oh, never mind.
As this orc draws its weapon and moves towards you, shuffling through the snow.
I'm gonna turn around.
Every now and then, get a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a little scared when I see the fucking look in your eyes.
Run away.
I'm gonna shoot.
Shooting, alright.
I'm not gonna do sharpshooter. I'm just gonna normal shoot.
Wise move. He's got
Good
something
plan.
covered.
Good plan.
What'd you get?
2
2
plus 3, 8.
8. 8 total. You turn, you shoot at him as he sees a trajectory, you fire, he just moves his head closer toward the tree. Arrow lost into the woods.
Damn it.
Oh, you never get that back.
I can move still, right?
You can still move, yes.
Does she get a second attack?
Unfortunately, Rogues don't get a second attack. But if you multi-class, you could.
I'm gonna go behind the tent. Is it a tent? Whatever. No. Go up on over towards you. One more. Right there.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 35. Perfect. Yep, you can do that.
Good.
All right. Next up is...
Right away.
I am not going away. I want to stay where I am.
Mm-hmm.
I want to drop my bow.
Mm-hmm.
Get on my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And go for the guy in front of me.
Okay, go ahead and let's roll the attack.
Go for him.
Go for it. So instead of
Wanna
getting your
go
plus
for it?
9, you only get a plus 7.
Okay.
That is an 18. You hit. You're gonna roll a d4 plus your dex mod.
So,
The one that looks like a caltrop.
I got
It is.
the pyramid. 10.
what?
10.
10 plus that?
No. That plus 7 is 10.
No,
Oh.
that plus 4.
Oh,
4.
The attack
Okay.
gets the plus 7.
Oh,
Seven.
You don't. Yeah, you don't have your proficiency.
Okay.
7. All right. Yeah, you drop your bow as you see this thing dig into you. Quickly, just pulling like a boot knife as you can. You dig it right into its neck, and it just drops from the amount of blood loss it already had.
Badass.
Stuck with your boot knife.
It's still your turn.
You can still move and stuff.
What else can I do?
Moving stuff.
Just move?
Your bow's on the ground, dagger out. You hear
That
more
back
orcs
up.
coming.
I'm gonna pick. Yeah, of course I'm gonna pick up.
We don't know.
I'm gonna pick up my bow.
Okay.
Hit, hit, hit.
Okay. That uses up the remaining of your action. Your attack action, you get a second one, but we just count for that. Got movement and a bonus action left.
Send my raven
Yes.
after one of these guys.
Where do
Wait,
you...
how far can my raven go?
Well, you should have the stats of your raven on your phone.
Wait, I do.
Yep. I know you do. What's its flight? Fly.
50?
50, then you can go 50 feet. Pretty much in any direction. except the ground.
I don't know. That's weird. Yeah,
Well-
we'll just say 50.
Yeah.
Is that 10 feet in the air?
Speed is 10 feet?
No, meaning on the ground, it can only go 10 feet walking, but 50 feet it can fly.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
Uh,
As usual.
I'm gonna send him after this guy.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. Put him right there. Okay. You send him, just in the woods. Alright. It is the orc's turn.
Couldn't she have...
Nah, 'cause she ran out of her attack actions. So it's flying toward it.
But even though it's
But
the
yeah,
raven,
wouldn't
doesn't they do?
wouldn't the bonus action be telling it to attack?
No. For being a
No.
Beastmaster, there's a couple things that you can and can't do. For a bonus action, you can tell your pet or companion to move in said spot. You can forego one of your attack actions for it to attack. So you'd be like, I want my raven to attack twice. That forgoes your your double attack if you have extra attack. She also has an ability that when she makes an attack and the raven can see her, it can make an attack as a reaction. But she already used up her attack action with the second intermediate grabbing with the bow off the ground, and then the moving bonus action. So technically you still have a movement action left if you want to move, unless you want to stay right there.
I'm good right there.
Okay. And it's the orc's turns. So I'm going to use the orc special ability, aggressiveness.
Oh, come on.
As a bonus action, I can move up to my equal speed.
What? This is
Up
rude.
Up to my speed. As a bonus action, so now I still have a movement and an attack action.
Oh, that's rude.
I'm going to attack. Starting with you. What's your AC?
He's cheating again.
14.
14.
why
It
it's not
swings at you, misses.
Ugh.
Swings at you, misses. This one does hit.
Which one?
The one that just got up there.
Oh,
Ouch.
asshole.
You are suffering 10 slashing damage right across. As he joins his brother, you see the sword plunge and scrape your side as you try to block it.
Does,
Not fast enough to parry.
Just a question. Does my
The orc that comes up to you,
Oh.
swings at you, and you duck toward the tent and putting your head there and just tearing through the tent as you roll across. Sazergal, it's your go.
Oh, somebody's gonna fucking die. What was that? 10?
10.
I
10
guess I
slashing.
should do that first.
Does it count as an action to drop my bow?
No, dropping your bow doesn't count as anything.
Does it count as an action to pull out a weapon?
No.
That
Okay.
sounded dirty.
No. Dropping your bow is like intermediate, like it just happens, while pulling something out is part of the certain things, like, oh, I do this, I'm pulling out a potion from my pouch. Certain actions you can do that doesn't cost anything. But if you're like, oh, I draw out this weapon, and then I want to draw this weapon, that costs an action because you already drew something. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's weird. There's certain cases we're bound to bump into them depending on what you guys do.
I'm gonna hit the other dude first. The dude I already hit.
Okay.
Ten.
10 total. Miss.
Oh well, fuck him.
As his
Well then.
ally comes up, new vigor restores him as you try to slash down and blocks it with his greatsword.
Well then, I want to try to hit that same dude again.
Same guy.
What was that? 21.
That hits.
Doesn't sound as satisfying with just the one.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst you get? Another one? Ah, there we go, 4.
And then I add my. I don't add nothing to that, do I?
You add your strike mod. So
12.
4, yeah, 12. You hit on the top of the sword as he blocks it, you rear back, and you put more force into it. He tries to block this one, just Digs
Ooh.
right through, and half of his body as he falls.
Badass.
And then I'm a little confused by the wording of this.
Action surge. Okay, this means you push yourself past your limit. So,
Does that mean I get both the action and the bonus back?
It did DM discretion. Possible bonus action. It's up to the DM discretion of what you've done that he can allow it. So it depends. You haven't used a bonus action, so you're fine. I think this is on your turn. You can take one additional action. Okay, so yeah, you can just say this, and it'll happen. So you get your attack action back.
Just one of them.
Your attack action consists of 2 extra attacks.
Oh.
Because that consists as an attack
So I
action.
still get the second attack back too.
Yeah, you're getting 2 attacks.
Okay.
Again.
Well, then I want to use that.
All right, so your action surgery and getting 2 attacks back.
What was that again? 7. So 21 again.
21. That is a hit.
Plus 12 again.
12. Still stands. As once you take him out, you move to the side, you cause a huge humongous gash throughout his torso. Blood hits the white snow. Still standing.
And then
Die, mother.
use the second attack, of course.
Okay.
15.
Hit.
And 13.
13. Blood cakes the snow as you take your greatsword and you jam it through his body as you lift him up in the air and push him off. You still have movement and a bonus action. Features are second wind. You probably do a second wind.
I mean, yeah, I have that.
You roll a d10, you add your level to it. So most you can get back is if you roll 10, 15, at least 6 HP.
That's all that's for?
Just getting back HP.
Well, I don't care about that right now. That first one is 5, right?
Yeah.
And then 10 after that?
15. So 5, 15.
Okay.
If you're going diagonal like that.
And then if I were to go there, then it's back to normal after that?
15, 20, 20, 25.
In which case, I'm just going to go here then.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to stay there for this one.
Maylee, it is now your go.
I'm gonna drop my bow.
Okay.
Pull out my dagger.
Alright.
I am going to. Where the end of that tree thing is, can I stay there? Can I go through that?
Can you go through that? It'll be difficult terrain. So it'll cost you an extra 5 feet of movement.
Well, like
No.
this?
No, the one before.
Because
Right
I'm
here.
going through the tent.
Going through the tent.
But
Oh.
you ripped the tent.
You did, flavor-wise. Still calls you a hassle trying to get through.
How big is this fucking tent?
7, 8 feet tall.
Damn. That sounds familiar.
Like at the top peak. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Dex plus.
Proficiency. So probably 6 plus 6. No, 7. Is your dexterity amount of 7? 4?
My dex is 3.
3. So yeah, plus
3,
6.
6. 8.
No, not enough. As you drop your bow and try to retaliate, just swats your hand right aside as it readies for another strike.
I have movement speed.
You do have movement
And
speed.
Can I dash?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna move. And
It'll
dash.
provoke an attack of opportunity. Means he gets a free swing.
What about...
Disengage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll disengage.
So do you use cunning action to disengage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disengage and run.
You still have movement speed. So if you want to move, go ahead. Because right now it gives you the action, disengage. But now you get
I
to choose
am
where you want to
moving.
move.
I'm gonna move. I don't even know where I want to move.
Well, your speed is 25 feet now.
Yeah. Oh, up towards you one. Right there.
5, 15, 20. Right there. Okay.
Go away.
Yeah, just chasing you. Next up. Yeah.
Oh, I left my bow behind.
You did.
Shit.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
Face.
I want to send my raven after that guy again.
Okay, so fun. Yeah, it gets there. Okay.
Save me, Shay. Save me.
What would you like the raven to do?
I want the raven. Do I have an option to give my raven a dagger?
Well,
Can I tie a dagger to my raven?
Just to the beak.
very well.
You know,
One-
obviously I'm not next to my raven,
Yeah.
but you know, if you just for
Probably
the
like
future.
For the future, so maybe come up with some type of mini sheath that pulls out a little dagger.
It's a little big
Little
dagger.
baby.
It's coated in poison, just throwing ideas out. But
Good to
no, I don't think it.
No.
Sorry there.
Well, that's bullshit. All right, I want my raven to fucking go after his face.
Okay.
She wants a raven to fuck its face.
Fuck its face.
Yeah,
Skull
He's
fuck
gonna-
the shit out of it.
yeah, that's the goal.
Let me just give you a counterpoint.
Okay,
Here's another idea.
what?
So, how about you drop your dagger,
Yeah.
pick up your bow,
Shoot
Okay.
him.
and you shoot him. In return, because the raven can see you, it can make an attack as a reaction to said guy, and you get another attack with your bow because you have extra attack. Instead of dealing potentially max damage 2, you now can deal a max damage of
You know what?
Over
I'm
30.
trying to keep him.
yeah, no, I understand. And this is how you lost Shay last time, but you're gonna get an extra attack out of it. So why not just do?
Yeah, sure, okay.
All right, so you drop your dagger, you pick up your bow again. Go ahead and roll an attack.
What do you say?
+9.
Who?
What'd you get?
13.
Hit. That's the one. Good job. You've dealt
Is that plus 4?
4.
Oh, okay.
So 7. All right. Your arrow picked up real quick in one motion. Shoots right into its arm. Now,
Bird.
your bird can make an attack. So what's your bird's attack? Remember you wrote it down because it was weird.
I didn't write it down.
You did not write it
I
down.
have it.
You took a picture of it.
Yes.
You did. I'm going to
Attack.
go on a limb and say that it shares your proficiency bonus, but it keeps its dexterity modifier, which is probably +6.
Wait, the
What's its dexterity mod?
2.
So you probably and get your proficiency, so it gets a +5 to its attack. So go ahead and roll 20. Yeah.
19.
Okay, so 19 +5. You hit. Now, how much damage do you get to add? Because also it goes off by a certain percentage of your class. It's not just one damage, it's something else. You're just rolling, you're not supposed to roll. There's no roll to this.
I thought you wanted me to.
I know, I
Okay.
was talking about your bird. This is your companion. What's its stats? What's it get on its damage?
1 piercing damage.
Okay, but what about the Beastmaster?
12?
I know.
Are you putting up the
I
wall?
don't know.
I don't know.
What
That's
do
the
you
only
think?
thing that says damage is 1.
Alright, well, so, in addition to the areas where it's normally used its proficiency bonus, an animal companion also adds its proficiency bonus to its armor class and its damage rolls. So, it has its attack. What's your Raven's attack? Attack, not damage.
Would that be?
Plus 4?
Yes. Okay. So now his attack is a +4. So we know that. Now his damage.
Says 1.
An animal companion also adds its proficiency bonus to its AC and to its damage rolls. Your Raven's AC, with you as its person,
It's 12.
okay, is not 12. Your companion uses your proficiency bonus rather than its own. I'm sorry. So, what's its AC?
12.
Its AC now is 15. It's
Okay.
sharing your proficiency bonus. Its damage, what is it damage? 1 piercing?
Yes.
4. It's sharing your proficiency bonus. Okay? Your animal companion gains proficiency in 2 skills of your choice. Its savings throws, if I ever say you make a Christmas save, stuff like that, it's proficient in all of those.
Christmas save.
So it's getting a +3. It's getting a +3 with its ability into that. Okay. For each level you gain after 3rd level, your animal companion gains an additional hit die and increases its hit points accordingly. HP of 11. So it's 11 HP. When you gain the ability score improvement, your companion's abilities also improve. Your companion can now increase one ability score of your choice by 2 or split that. So you can decide, do you want more dexterity? Do you want to give him 16 dexterity? Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to bump up certain things? Give him more strength? So this way, your Raven could do more damage if you put in dexterity. Or if you actually want to give it a knife, you could put it in strength and be able to carry like 5 pounds without encumbering it. Just a steroided Raven. Or more health if you feel like it should have more health. Okay, so now his dexterity is 16.
Okay.
Okay, so now his AC went up. Your bird's AC is 16. His HP is 11. His damage is a +4. Just 4. That's it. So you made an attack. Your damage?
Okay.
4.
4.
Yes. Also, your attack went up. So now it's a +5?
You told me it was 4.
Yeah, but you added dexterity, which bumps up its attack.
Okay.
So now it's +5 to attack. The orc is still alive as your bird goes up in full force and starts pecking at it relentlessly. It's still standing as it's being bothered by it. You see him pull this greatsword, he's trying to whack at it. You still have another attack action.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bow again.
Okay. So roll that attack. So we did 7 on the first hit, 4 with your Raven. So we're at, 11 total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. Nat 20.
Damn.
That is a critical hit.
And I was about to say something about you not actually rolling.
Yeah, I
Sucking
think I just
chest wound.
Sucking?
Sucking chest wound. Go ahead and take your D8 and you're going to roll it twice. And then you're going to add your dexterity modifier to it.
You just distance sucked the
So
horse.
4 plus 3 plus
4.
yes.
Yes.
Total.
What about her proficiency?
12
Doesn't have proficiency damage.
or 11.
11. Good job. Plus, the target is exhausted by 2 stages, which is exhaustion can really fuck you up. Roll me a d20
Okay.
and add your attack to it.
Okay. Wait.
No.
Just a d20, big one. Number one. There it is. 11 plus. Okay, so it failed. So in this case, he takes 11 damage. Not only does he have disadvantage on ability checks, his speed has been halved. That's what exhaustion can do to you. At 6th level of exhaustion, you die immediately. No save.
Damn.
That's what happens normally. when
So
you
it
get
just
exhausted.
took 22 damage?
He takes 22 damage, just arrow sticks into his chest, and you see this red start pouring out fast as his breathing becomes more erratic, and he falls backwards as the bird is still pecking out its eyes and stuff, dead.
Ew.
He did.
Here you go.
Wow. Thank you.
Next up is
He was kicking my ass. Actually, he didn't put
What are you
damage
doing
on
there,
me,
buddy?
but I was
oh, you see him
scared.
coming up right behind him. You take his greatsword and swings. And
Shield.
You. Okay.
Ooh,
All right. What's your AC?
21.
very nice.
Gonna miss either way, but okay. Just wasted a spell.
I mean, I don't give a fuck.
You're right. Anyway, it comes up as you barely put your hand out, and the shield, magical shield, comes up, stops his attack abruptly. It is now your turn.
Yay! I'm on him with my pointy sword.
Okay, go ahead and roll that attack.
20.
20. All right, go ahead and roll damage. 10 plus
14.
14. You stop it. You take your other one. Comes up downward right into its skull and just splits its head in half. Just right into the snow. Just brain matter. So you see steam rising up from its corpse.
What am I going to do with my other attack?
Combat is over.
Dang. I'm going to get my bow. Can I go through their bodies?
You can.
See what I can find?
Okay. What are you doing, Zedrigal?
Hopefully they have coin.
Do I not need to, rest for the spell? The shield? It doesn't say.
I believe if you use a spell, you have to wait until you have to do a long rest. But you're
But this one specifically does not say.
only spells. Spells you'll have to do a long rest to get them back. So, rummaging through the bodies, you find a few copper coins and 1 silver coin, but really nothing else. Just simple stuff. Like one, you go through a bag, and you're like, oh, something feels soft, and you just start pouring it out, and to your surprise, you see 7 ears just fall out onto your hand, and you see a couple of teeth.
Do I know what kind of ears and teeth?
Knowledge. I'm sorry. Survival check.
Okay. 16.
It is a mixture of human ears and elf ears. Looks to be adult ones.
They're all adult ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say children.
Children ears.
I quit.
Too much.
It's too much. Okay.
So, I know you said long
Pocket
rest for the
coins.
spells, but none of these say either way.
Yeah, the spell's just going to give you the description, but when it comes to the actual spell component, you'll actually have to dig into the player's handbook to get more in depth on that. So, go into the fighter page. We're going to find.
It would be in the
Eldritch
wizard spells.
Yeah, it'll be in the wizard spells for the actual spells, but this will tell me what you can and can't do.
Because I would like to do the short rest, but I'm curious as to whether that does the spells or just my action surge.
You regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest.
Okay. So does that just mean I can't do that one?
No, you should have a list of spells that you already know,
Well, yeah, I have that.
and you just used up a spell slot.
Do I have any idea of why they have these ears?
How many?
Sorry.
That's right. Spell slots, you know 2 cantrips, you know
4 spells.
4 spells, but you only have 3
So
first level slots, and you use
and
shields.
I can use any of those. Yeah, I use shield, but I can use any of those slots. Like, say, for example, I wanted to use shield 3 more times instead of any of my other spells. I can do that.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, yeah. I just want to do a short rest.
Okay, that's up to you to discuss that with everyone.
Can we do short rest?
Not squat by the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your question?
Do I know why they have these ears? Do I have any inkling as to why they would?
Orcs like to collect weird things. Sometimes they'll collect bones. You're going to collect ears, trophies, spoils of war. One time you've even seen a giant have a helm of somebody that was using it as a bowl.
Interesting.
So it could be just some reward, some trophies.
No clues on the kids?
You don't see any kids, no.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave the ears and teeth there. I'm going to go back to the fire and tell these guys what I found. So I found some ears.
Gross.
Yeah, I left them over there. You're welcome to go look at them.
I don't need any ears. What's wrong?
Just seeing you on
Amy
your
texted me.
Seeing you on your phone.
I'm going to go potty after him.
Alright, yeah, we'll take a break. Here we are back. We are doing a short rest as everyone is surrounding the campfire. Finding out what they found, if they did find anything, as it seems to be all the orcs have been eliminated.
I told you about the ears I found. You were in the bathroom, though.
Oh, well, I didn't fucking hear it then.
Bag of ears and teeth.
I could probably use a couple of those. I didn't hear it, apparently. Lizards, they don't have actual ears. They're just holes.
Hello.
Speak into my holes.
Just go there, grab some, and slap them on.
Human ears!
Look, I'm just like you.
This is how they figured out who the parasites were.
What are we doing?
Well, we're in the middle of a short rest.
Yes.
So, I mean, if we already know all the information.
I am a strong, silent lizard man.
Dead orcs, bag of ears,
Yeah, bag of
lots
dicks.
of teeth. What now? Has anybody checked out that tower?
Good thinking.
Can you do that while you're resting?
Well,
As long as you
you're
don't do any-
resting.
I mean, when the rest is
Technically,
over.
you're the one resting. They're not
We're
really
just
resting.
hanging
Oh,
out.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
as
we're
long as
just
it's not
watching you
strenuous movements, you're fine.
We're
Like
watching
strenuous
you.
But
stuff.
like walking around is cool.
Walking around's cool. Taking a break, sitting under a
Well,
tree,
fuck it,
reading a
man.
book.
I'll go take a look in the damn tower.
Or
then.
the tent. We can look in the tent, too.
Alright.
I'll check the tower. You guys rock, paper, scissors the tent.
We'll go together.
Scissor in the tent.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
You both start looking into the tents.
The tent has a hole in it, right?
A slash on it,
So
yes.
I can watch them. Scissor
You could, from a distance, you could sit. Just,
We
there's
saw
just
precedents
enough.
last time.
So, you two check the small areas
You're a
where the
partner.
tents are.
Get real
Going
Yeah,
detailed.
that's
inside smells disgusting. Has a rotten odor lingering in there.
It's not sexy.
No children. You go to the next one. No signs of them. Empty barrels. You head for the tower. You going up inside it. You going up to it. You find a dead orc with a arrow lodged into its brain. Just
I remember that guy.
just
Oh,
fell
neat.
back hard.
Can you bring that arrow back?
No signs of. There's a thing. There's a thing at the end of a county. You'd be like, hey, I want to get my arrows back. It's a 50-50. If you're like, I'm getting 6 arrows back. All right, you get three of your arrows back, or you can roll for it percentage wise. So you could snap it. No, yeah, you can use it again.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
How deep into them tight areas did they get?
of the arrow, or are we talking about?
When they were searching the tight areas of the tent.
Oh, they were searching. They weren't searching into other crevices and angles.
You
And
gotta
curves.
search all the crevices. Come on now. Get in there all nice and deep like.
Not
Says-
deep light.
Zazragal from the tower, trying to get an arrow out of his head. Looks like he's jerking it. Like, yeah, you gotta get it really deep. Ah.
Yeah.
Just this some blood shooting him down. Ah, almost. Ah, full arrow attack.
This is not what it looks like. Or it is.
Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, gotta clean my hands.
All over my armor.
There's a lot of blood on the shaft of arrow.
Goes all the way to the base. Right where I'm fletching. I mean, where the fletchings are. Teabag the corpse. Do I have to roll for that?
Nice teabag.
Does that count as strenuous action?
It does, actually.
It does.
Yeah, you're practically doing an exercise.
Oh, well then, I guess I won't teabag the corpse. That's what they do in Call of Duty.
I don't know what this Call of Duty
Just
is.
fall down and then get back up.
Yeah. Oops, I fell.
Laying down.
There's an extra hole in his face.
Ah, I keep falling.
So, you guys seem to have found nothing.
We
You
found
do
nothing.
note that there is a barn in the distance.
Oh, that's right. Is that what?
Yeah, think of that barn.
A couple minutes go by and you all join back up with each other.
Alright.
That is part of a broken down wall.
Oh,
And then there
Trunk
is
wall?
a
oh, that's why it's broken.
sleeping bag, sleeping quarters area.
Oh.
Sleeping bag quarters. Quarters of a sleeping bag. Still doing
Are
the
you still
rest?
resting?
Like, I'm trying to figure that
Okay.
out.
Short
Oh,
rest
yeah?
does come to an end.
Can we
You
go-
do get your short rest. So an hour essentially goes by, dipping more into the afternoon.
Alright.
Some clouds start coming in.
Gonna start making our way towards this barn.
Downtown.
Walking fast.
Walking fast.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. You know what would be easier? If you just...
So let's not have to do more work.
The world spins.
Oh.
Whoa!
Holy shit, bro.
Blowing my mind.
Who's mine? Landmark?
You come across an old barn. Looks to be 40 feet, 50 feet wide, 40 feet in length. It's old. All the windows seem to be blocked or boarded up. Dark. You get this ominous feeling coming from it. It's not open. Everything's shut. The windows have been sealed, barricaded, and the barn door is closed, not locked.
So if we got it open, could I peek in? Because I have vision.
You could most certainly try.
Who's strong?
Are you strong?
I'm a strong man.
Do you have a crowbar?
Yeah. Actually, I think I do. I do.
All right.
I guess I'm gonna fucking crowbar the shit out of that window there, buddy.
See what we're getting
Okay.
ourselves into.
You go up to one of the boarded up windows. You start jamming your crowbar inside of it, not getting a solid spot into it. You just
Shake weight.
athletics check.
That's not how you use it.
Oh,
That's how you use a shake weight.
What am I rolling here? The 20?
You're gonna roll a 20. You're gonna add your athletics to it. Here we go. Go ahead and give yourself advantage. So roll it twice. Take the better. Unless it becomes a nat 20.
I mean, 18?
You can always get a nat 20.
Get that 20.
So then 18?
18 plus athletics. I'm sorry. It's gonna be your strength check because we're using a crowbar. Apologies.
But
I know.
I thought you said athletics.
I did say athletics, but
I searched for athletics.
I'm sorry.
Specifically.
I'm sorry.
Because you're a dick.
Add your strength
Period.
modifier to it.
Period.
You're a dick.
You're a dick, period.
22.
Just once a month.
You grab it in there.
Cram it in there. I missed that.
Good. You jam your crowbar into the window and you start prying. Some of it gives way, revealing some light going through. You take note when you drop the board on the other side, prying it in. You see some cobwebs, some age to it, some dust. You don't get a solid look inside of it. It still looks plenty dark, looks empty. You see some, looks like boxes in the corner, a stairwell going up to the next floor. You see something bundled up in the corner, but you're uncertain what it is.
How far does said light go into the building?
Not far at all.
Can I
How
look?
far is not far?
10 feet, 15 maybe,
From the window?
from the window to the wall.
That's what drives down low.
How many windows are there?
Just the one, it looks like.
Well, that sucks. Alright. Well,
I'll squeeze past you and take a peek myself.
You
Please.
squeeze into
I'm
this,
tiny.
the small crack, maybe 4 inches wide, 6 inches in length.
that sounds
You start
familiar.
peering through. You're not really seeing anything else in there either. It just looks like some crates or something bundled up in the corner. The floor looks barren, but it's dark inside. Like pitch black
I
dark.
have dark vision, don't I?
Yes, you have dark vision, which when you're perception, you still get disadvantage on the roll because there's no immediate light source going in. Like you got the light
Okay.
at the front area, plus a little bit farther,
Okay.
but you don't get a vague idea of what else you see. You see like grayscale outlines
Gotcha,
here
okay.
and
I
there.
forgot about
Like,
that.
oh, that looks like a barrel. Oh, that looks like rope on the ground. But some things you're like, what is that? So perception check, disadvantage.
Am I rolling?
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, roll again. You have to take the worst of the two.
What?
That's disadvantage.
16.
So 16's your lowest, plus your perception.
Which is
Wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus if you're proficient.
Keegan, I love you!
Perception. You said?
Correct.
That was
So-
so cute.
Chain shot, buddy.
21. You peer inside and you see this thing in the corner that really bothers you. Squint a little bit. It moves. It moves freakishly, like it judders. And it's wrapped in some type of rope or silk. It's hard to make out the material itself, but there's something in there.
The sack moved.
Mm.
Okay. There's something in there. Because I peeked. You guys didn't know.
I was peeking first. I just can't see in the dark.
Well, I can.
I can too.
Well, maybe-
Just these 3 people up near the window. I want to see.
I want to go inside.
Well, you can't squeeze through that small window.
There's a door.
Do we notice
You said the
anything?
There's a
was
door.
unlocked.
You said the door's unlocked, so we can just open it.
Yeah, then you should just leave the
Okay.
door open.
So I'm gonna open the door
Okay.
and go in.
I want to break the door
I like
off
your
the hinges.
style.
Can I do that?
You just barge on in.
Yeah.
What's up?
Can I rip the door off the hinges?
It's a sliding barn door.
Okay, so can I rip the door off the slide?
Just
you could.
because
It's on the inside
he's
though.
extra.
Either way.
Okay.
He just really wants to
What would
rip
you like to do?
I
that
want to make
door.
sure that there's some fucking light in the building, alright? Because I can't see in the dark.
That makes sense.
Good point.
Don't talk about my point.
Sorry,
It
it was
makes
so
itself
shiny. I'll go with Rhea.
I guess
Yeah.
I'll fucking go too.
I'll hold you here. It won't be
dolls.
scary.
I'm afraid of the dark.
Don't be afraid. We got you.
You guys go inside with caution, of course, as you're looking around the whole area. Oddly dark. You see the light shine in through. Looks like normal barn equipment. You see this odd form to the left drawing your attention. You go in, think nothing of it since these doors need to go off first. As you go up and grab the doors, you start to shimmy and shake it apart. You feel a sticky material to it. And your eyes, and to your right, your eyes catch this web that all of a sudden swings and grabs the door from both edges and shuts, putting you
God
in a
damn it.
putting you in a dark area. There is light shining through the window, so you
we
girls,
can see and he can't.
you guys can see. The only light you have is in the small corner, which is right here. Here's how much light is shining through for you.
How much light will a lantern give me?
A lantern?
Uh-huh.
It will give you... One moment. A normal lantern or a bullseye lantern?
Normal.
A normal lantern, you're getting a 30 feet.
30 feet. Where's the monster? What corner?
30 feet is pretty good, so it's giving you a majority of the whole area.
What about a torch?
A torch will give you 20.
Okay. Can I go to like this middle of the barn and just turn on my lantern and put it
You most certainly can. But first,
Can I use that as a light source?
temporarily.
I'm putting my lantern down.
Well, it's used for an attack spell,
Right.
burning hands,
A
but when you shoot them
window,
forth,
so
unless
we
you're trying
can
to
see.
catch something on fire, which you could,
Probably should have done that
Good,
before we
but
came in.
barns are made of wood,
barns are also made of wood. This could be a...
so I could burn the whole barn down.
But you would
not
have
do that.
light. If we're looking at the positive source of things, if we're looking at the light at the end of the
Silver
tunnel...
lining.
How much light per se?
Okay,
Oh,
where
enough.
is the
Well,
wiggly
so, like-
sack?
Hypothetically, if I
It's in
set
the
the
corner.
back
Okay.
wall on fire, how
One
much
of those
light?
corners.
Okay,
You could get a good
So-
majority.
since
You
we
probably see the
can
whole barn.
see in the dark, one of us should look at that, and the other one should go upstairs.
But before we do all that and come up with a game plan, here's something to throw a giant wrench into your clock.
Aw.
Yay!
Mine specifically?
From the shadows, a dark, skinned woman with messy white hair skulks toward you. Her natural gait was odd, but her true form showed a spider body attached at her torso. 7 legs were slender and moved eerie for its large size. With its tarnished longsword and frenzy in her eyes, she charges towards you.
Question.
God damn it. Where's
Like-
her 8th leg?
Question.
Weird. Where's her 8th leg?
6 legs?
7.
Question.
Okay. Yes. Answer.
Dark skinned or dark skin?
Is there a comma or a
Dark
hyphen?
skinned, as in the color of
Okay.
your
She's
complexion.
dark
You
or
put a
she
weird
was
pause
dark.
in
Yeah,
there.
I was like,
And
I
everybody
had
was
no
like, wait,
skin.
like no skin? Like she's
Or-
been skinned?
okay.
Fair assumption. No, dark-skinned, as you can tell, is an elf race, drow. They are naturally evil.
She's an elf. Okay, do I know anything about her? Perception, I don't know, knowledge, whatever, check. Do I know what she is?
It's going to be a knowledge check. Where we have its history, arcana, religion, and nature. Not nature, religion. Let's go with arcana.
Oh, okay, that's a +3 for me. Let's see what I can get. 8, 11.
Judging by your background, you have no idea what you have just encountered. You just know that the top half looks like a drow.
Which is an elf, you said?
Which is an elf. It's an evil elf that, well, they're not evil. They're normally evil, the races, and they live in the Underdark, which is way below the surface. So it's rare to see them, but they do come up sometimes, and you can even see them in large cities as slaves and other such things, or even as mercenary groups. With that, everyone, roll initiative for me.
18.
18. Okay. So as a roll, what'd you get?
10.
10.
Wow.
Who's got the higher dash between you two?
Between who?
You and Kayla.
She does.
She does. Gotcha.
Do I?
I'm pretty sure you do. He's more strength-based, while
I
you're
have a
more
+1.
melee. You may go first.
Oh, okay. Can I put down the lantern so he can see?
Okay. So when this happened, when you first walked in, you walked in, you were peering to what this thing was on the ground, so do you. You were going for the hinges. The door slammed. This happened. You do not have the lantern drawn. Nobody has their weapons drawn.
So it's going to count as an action.
Wait.
Is it in your backpack or on a side pouch?
Well, she already had it out.
She didn't have it out until the thing here. I was waiting because I was trying to describe everything, be lower. So this was all having that one action when you were trying to pull the doors, and she was interested into the body to the left before considering you and your light situation. And then when I said the door shut, then you were like, "Oh, we should get the lantern."
Yeah.
This is all happening in that one movement.
Gotcha. So it's dark already. No, it's in my backpack.
It's in your backpack. It will take an action to pull it out of your backpack since you have to scrounge around and find it. But you do have light emanating here, and anything past it, 10 feet, is considered dim light.
Yeah.
I will. Where am I?
Right here.
Okay, I'm going to step up 1. You said 30?
Each square represents 5 feet. You have 25 feet in movement, so you just use 5.
I know, for the lantern.
For the lantern, 30.
30 feet? Yeah, I'm going to drop the lantern. Pull out my lantern.
Gotcha. You pull out your lantern, find it, takes you an action. You light it up, flicker the oil. The whole room, 30 feet. From it, you can see from the ceiling, from the rafters, bodies wrapped in spider silk. Some twitching, some
Twitch. Okay, I'm going to set the lantern down.
Okay. Right where you are?
Right in front of me. Yeah.
Okay, you can see most of the area except this final back wall. That's dim light, but for you two, you can see everything.
Can I still move?
Yes.
I'm going to move to this back corner as much as I can.
Where at?
So, this back corner over here.
5, 10, 20.
There you go.
10.
I don't think I can hide. There's nothing to hide behind. Okay?
No, there's nothing to hide behind.
Pretend you're a cocoon.
Just pick a barrel up. Metal Gear Solid. All right.
Leaf.
Next up,
There you go. Now you
monster.
can see.
You see her crawl down. Kayla, what is your AC?
It is 14.
14. That's good.
He's 14.
Well, you have suffered from a longsword. You take 9 points of slashing damage. She runs up. When you put the lantern down, a bright light illuminates, and she charges for it, and she oversteps past the lantern and attacks Rhea with a long sword in hand, swinging it, cutting into it, and she tries to grab at her with fangs protruding from her mouth, trying to get closer, but Rhea pulls away. Next
Hi,
up
Rhea.
is Rhea.
How much damage do I have? Do I need to fix myself? Am I good? I'm so good, right?
Well, you took damage in the previous
14.
bout, so you took 14 plus this 9, so you're at 23.
And I have 40. 43? 53. Do I have my bow out?
No, nothing is drawn out.
Okay. I'm gonna. I'm gonna get on my dagger.
Okay. It's on her shoulders. Pulling out the dagger.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Now what are you going to try to do?
I'm gonna go after the spider lady.
Okay. So you make an attack with
Yep.
the bird getting a reaction and then another attack?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this. Here we go. So roll us D20.
17.
Good, that's a hit. So, dagger, D4. And it looks like a caltrop. Caltrop.
This
That
stupid.
one.
Yes.
4? I thought it was an 8.
2.
She's using a dagger.
Oh.
2.
Good job.
Plus
Plus your dexterity mod.
4.
Good job.
6.
Awesome.
What now? These two?
Just these dice you'll never need to use again. Ever. Alright, so now your bird gets attacked, so go ahead and roll an attack.
What's this?
D20, yeah. You
Yes.
get a plus.
8 plus. Is it the 9? 5? 13.
Miss.
To
The
him.
bird misses his attack. Go ahead and roll your second attack with your dagger.
18.
Plus.
4.
Higher.
7.
Yes. Roll damage.
Alright! We're having fun. It's a good time.
Okay, this guy.
No.
Oh, yeah, it's the dagger.
Yes.
2.
Plus.
4.
Equals?
6.
6. Good job. Good job. We were doing it.
Alright.
Made it.
It's a numbers game.
Is it?
For one of us it is. So, seeing this creature come at you, you pull out your dagger instead of your bow and start fighting against it as it slashes you with its long sword. Anything. You see one of its mandibles come at you, slashes, and you counter with it, blood, ichor, shooting forth from its mandible. Just keeps attacking you in velocity. Is it mandible?
I was
That's a
gonna
mouth
say
thing.
that's the mouth.
The mouth thing? I'm sorry, the
Leg.
It's like a forward leg. There's a name for it.
Forward leg.
No.
Tentacle. Antenna. Leg.
Fisherman's wife.
Fries nugs, fries nugs, fries and nugs.
Nugget of fries.
Coronavirus, sweet.
That was so hot.
Very
That was extremely
nice.
sexy.
It was. Random question.
I have an answer.
So the shield thing, does that only work as a reaction if I'm being hit? Okay.
Mhm.
I was just curious. As
It'll
to,
say
like-
target self.
Okay.
I actually feel a lot better.
Just
You
curious.
can't send it.
I was just curious.
Damn.
I know it would be a smart idea. There's a feat that you can get if you have a shield, which if somebody takes damage, you could
Throw it.
you could disimpose disadvantage.
Captain America over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can oppose disadvantage.
My fucking tight ass in spandex.
So attacking its forward leg, you see this black ichor splash against the ground. It is now your turn. Zazarone.
And I can see, right, because of this lantern?
Yes, you now have a full view of everything.
Okay, so I move right there. So, breath weapon takes an action.
Correct.
Do I still get the extra attack afterwards?
Yes.
Okay. Breath weapon.
Starting out with a breath weapon.
Starting
Okay.
with the breath weapon. It's 5 by 30 feet. DC saving throw that equals 8 plus my constitution plus my proficiency, which is...
So it's 8 plus 3 plus your con modifier.
Okay, so 8 plus 6. So 14.
14. I rolled a nat 20.
Well, you're a fucking douche. And that means that...
You roll 2d6s and you cut it in half, run down. Still big numbers.
11.
11. So half, so 5. Alright.
Alright. And then extra attack.
Yes. So you pull out your...
Great sword.
Okay.
17 plus... Is it just the attack or proficiency as well?
Mm-hmm. You're going to add the proficiency with this, so your strength mod plus your proficiency. So 3 plus 4.
What?
That, so 7 plus the die you rolled, the d20.
Oh, so 24.
24, that is a hit.
Down there now. 8. Do I add the attack to that?
Damage modifier, so your strength. So the 4.
So 12?
9 plus... Oh, I'm sorry, 8 plus 4? Yes, 12. 12 slashing.
And then, because of short rest, I get my action surge back.
If you choose if you want to use it.
I do. Which good means you make 2 more attacks with the damn greatsword.
Alright, 2 more attacks with the greatsword. Here we go.
20.
Nat?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Alright. Go ahead and roll me this next attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up the crit thing for you, so go ahead and roll the next attack.
1.
That one?
Got
God, it happened.
Did it just like cancel out?
No, unfortunately. Something great and something bad.
Okay, so then do I roll damage for both or just the one first and then the other one?
Okay, so this one, double damage. So go ahead and roll that 4 times. I'm sorry, twice, since you're doing it. So just roll twice. So roll these 2 6s. Okay, go ahead and re-roll that one. So 10 plus, do that again, both of them. So 10 plus 9
19
plus 4.
plus... Wait, only on...
Because when you get a crit, you're only doubling the dice. That goes with sneak attack too.
So 23?
Yes, 23 damage. Plus, bad parry. Double damage, and the target has 1 item
You're looking at me.
disarmed.
Sorry.
Wait, I'm disarmed?
No, you have weapon bond. You can't be disarmed.
Oh.
No, you disarm the creature. Now, here's the 1.
What goes with
So do I
sneak
roll
attack?
for the 1?
I wasn't paying
Like,
attention.
do I roll... Well, no, I would have missed, wouldn't I?
I said, what goes with sneak attack, or wasn't paying attention?
Oh, when you make a crit, when you do get a crit, your sneak attack also gets doubled. So you're like, oh, here's my D4 knife.
Right in your
Here's my
clit.
6 stealth. Well, my sneak attack, well, that gets doubled. So I have 12 D6s. Yeah. So with this, bad parry. Take your great sword, you take the long sword, and you flick it right out of her hand. You start to go for the second strike, where complete abandon with what she's doing. She grabs, when you swing, she redirects the sword and pushes it toward you. Fangs drawn.
Again.
Your sword comes around, stuck, starts cutting into your arm.
Ow.
So, roll me those 2d6s, and I'm adding this creature's damage to it.
Oh, come on, fucking 1s. If you're
Yeah,
ever
you want
gonna
low.
be there.
If this is a time,
Be
you want
there
low.
now. 8.
8. Okay. 8 plus this damage, so you feel the reverse impact of it, the velocity of it. Or, I'm sorry, ferocity of it. I got it.
Calm down, Joe Biden. Speak English.
You suffer 11 points of damage.
Oh man.
I agree.
Could I
I need
have?
one here. 'Cause
It's like it's a lot of money. It's like
So,
that's
$100.
all right. Quick
So-
question. Yeah, I know it's too late, but could I have used the shield in that situation?
No, because it's a nat 1.
Okay.
So in other games, you guys get to choose. Like for the party that I'm DMing with, the sessions I'm doing, they don't use crit cards
You
anymore.
said that was 11.
Because some of them are like, wow, these are really rough against them. Sometimes you get good ones. You're like, oh, I critted. Target gets decapitated.
11.
Dies instantly.
11.
11 damage you suffer.
Yay. And then, is there anything else I can do?
The long sword falls right at the ground. Where disarmed, just.
There's nothing else I can do.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna hang out and look cool with this giant hole in my shoulder.
You know what? It's the best thing you can do. Oh, I did.
did you have scales?
I did the damage.
I blocked that shit. Come on now.
Melee, it is your go.
Have armor and scales.
Right throughout. The amount of force from the impact, slamming you.
Through you, buddy.
I'm gonna pull out my bow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and take aim. 21.
21. That is a hit.
Right over there.
Go ahead and roll damage. You have 2 allies next to it, so you get your sneak attack.
Sweet titties. How
So-
many dice do I get?
Since you're level 5, d6 plus 3 more d6.
4
Okay. Plus
plus
4.
fucking 4.
Plus your dexterity mod.
95.
Yes, what he said. No, so for 8, 11.
11. You move to the side of the corner as you pull out your bow and arrow, and you start moving to the side, just right to its side of its book lungs. That is a word. That is a thing. Right underneath. Yeah, look under. Look at
Whatever,
the
lungs.
spider's anatomy. There's a thing called book lungs. It's right underneath.
The lungs are nerds.
Yeah, got a lot of books in there.
I mean, it makes sense. We are doing some nerd stuff.
I'm gonna move towards the very top of the stairs, what it looks like.
Okay.
Not top, but at the bottom of them.
20, 25.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up is my monster.
I watched this movie, man. Bugs Bunny wins.
You see one of its legs just tosses at the blade as she grabs a hold and swings at you.
Oh, she can just pick that back up and no problem.
You can pick up your weapon too.
Guess what shield? Wait, swinging at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, shield.
Shield? Yeah, that shield comes up. Ding. She now redirects it as she strikes at you.
I like that noise.
It's like when you, old Western movie.
Kayla, you suffer
Ooh.
7 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Comes across, hissing at you.
You're at 23.
Can I do cure wounds on myself?
Yeah, well, it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, at what level slot?
Just do it.
I'm sorry. What?
Can you get second level spells?
Yeah.
So what level slot of cure wounds are you going to use?
Well, I have it under.
Well, you can use it for advantage.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I have it under first. I don't know. Second.
If you use it on a second, you get more out of it.
Okay.
So you only get 1d8 plus your main spellcasting abilities modifier
Okay.
to that roll for help. So
Okay.
what would you like to do?
Use it.
Alright, so you have a second slot available to you?
Yes.
Okay, then go ahead and roll me 2d8s plus
Okay.
your main spellcasting ability.
This guy.
Okay, plus that, plus...
There's another one. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I think it's
Oh, let's think of it.
5 and a 6.
Good, that plus your main
Damn.
spellcasting ability, which is... I'm going to go on a limb and say wisdom.
All other things were circumstantial, but then this one thing is like, well, then if it's not her, then.
Is that what your highest one
3?
is? Okay, 3. So that plus 3.
Yeah. 6. Okay. 6, 5, and 3.
14?
Yes.
You heal 14
Sorry,
HP.
I forgot what I was adding. Okay.
You have a bonus action and you have movement.
So you're at 30?
So I can attack her with my action?
No, because you used your action to heal.
I have nothing to do.
Alright, okay then. Zazrabal, your move.
Ooh, it's my turn?
It's your turn.
It's candy.
Well, I think I'm gonna fucking smack that bitch again with my sword.
Long pointed sword.
Pokey,
It's
pokey.
working. The only damage that she's done to you is to yourself.
This is true. I am my greatest enemy in all fights. This is the second time in history I've hit myself with my own sword. 19.
Hit.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Tell me what.
Five. 5 plus 4?
Yeah, so 9.
9. Alright, so the second attack. You slash at her, taking off one of her legs. You see the black ichor paint the ground once more.
Hey, buddy. Alright, so extra attack.
Alright, second attack. Here we go. You can tell she's looking blooded.
Look me in my fucking eyes, man.
That one. What is it?
21.
Hit.
Did I tell you stop looking me in the eyes? Fuck, man. 12.
12.
I hate you.
Still standing as you slash across her gut. See more or some organs starting to reveal herself as she hunches over. Starting breathing in harder. New round. Unless you want to move or bonus action.
I don't have anything I can even do with bonus action. And I'm right where I want to be.
That's exactly where you want
All
to
up
be.
in that ass.
Yeah. That is not where Kayla wants to be.
No, it is not.
It is not.
But, you know, you keep daggering away there, champ.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Melee, your move.
Have your ball.
I do, but I'm so close to her. Like,
She's too close to shoot.
yeah.
Way too close to shoot. I mean, she might be able to, like, shank her with an arrow or something, but...
Improvised weapon, but maybe you could do it.
I'm going to use my bow.
Ooh, you can shoot her in the back of the head.
Get the sneak attack again, right? Because y'all are still there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. 9.
No, not high enough. As you draw your arrow, still moving up the stairs, stumbling a little bit, you shoot, goes right over her.
Wonderful.
At least you didn't shoot me in the face.
True.
I'm gonna go up the stairs. How many moves? Yeah.
Where you at? 25?
So 5, 10, 15, 20?
Yeah, that works.
Alright. You see that there's this hay-like nest, and then right next to it is another one of those bodies that have been wrapped up in the web. Wiggles every now and then.
Is it a big body or a little
Small
body?
body. Alright, got it?
I mean, I can't move anymore.
Gotcha. Alright. My turn. Watch, wrench, repeat. Going to attack
Disgusting.
both of you.
Wait, what happened? Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you attacking?
You.
Shield.
Hit. I rolled a nat 19, plus I get a lot.
Say no.
No means
I feel
no.
like you need to start rolling your dice in front of the fucking board.
If you, if you want me to.
He's
It's
shady as fuck.
part of being the dungeon master. I can be shady as fuck as I want. Dazergal, you suffer 8 points of slashing damage
Zazzy.
Zazzy.
as it barrages you with a strike, and then follows up with another one, seeing its success. The shield comes back in the nick of time, pushing her away.
Say 8.
Yes. Caleb, it is now your turn, girl.
All right. Well, I am gonna try to stab this girl again. This spider girl.
Well, let's see it.
Shanking spiders.
9 plus.
7.
Correct.
14.
No.
16.
Not enough.
16 is that enough?
16 is not enough.
It's never enough for you.
Okay. Your bird gets to attack as a reaction.
Okay. So.
Not 20. Twice. This has happened twice on your bird.
Shay's a strong
Feel
boy.
the power of her bird.
This is so weird because they don't have the piercing. It's piercing. This is the same roll I got with Tegan. Hand wound. So it's normal damage. So 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the creature suffers a 1d2 dexterity reduction.
Dexterity?
So that means roll the 2. So 1. Is that enough to really
Piercing
implement
damage.
anything?
No.
No, it's not.
Well,
If
here's you.
I rolled higher, it would have lowered her AC. So it hit her easy. But now the target has disadvantage on all rolls using that hand, forcing her. Shay comes and just starts pecking away at her hand with the long sword. See her shifting into her odd hand. And she's trying to swat it out of the way.
Packard.
Now it's going to cause her disadvantage because you can't effectively swing a sword. Alright, now you get your second attack.
Shiver.
Dagger.
Dagger, here we go.
16.
Plus.
7.
Correct. Plus your damage.
This. What? This.
Yes.
4.
Plus.
5. 4. 4 plus 4.
Plus. Equals.
8.
Good job.
Yeah, my coworkers, they were like,
You're making me so
"You got
proud.
wipes?" And I was like, "No." And like,
You find that moment where when she switches swords and you run up underneath her and stab her right into her torso midsection. Jiggity doing, making a wound, and she just.
She got that bread.
Sazragal.
Oh, it's my turn.
Here we go. She
I bet
still
she
stands.
does.
Oh, well,
Smells like chip.
you know me, I'm just gonna, swing that fucking sword again.
Wash
Can
it.
you just start taking off legs? There's too many.
You actually can. It's called call shot. But you get disadvantage on it because you're going for specific pieces.
Where is
Yeah,
her?
I don't care what I hit.
and the other one is like,
It's all sword. Sometimes when you see things, you just gotta put certain things together.
Hitting it is hitting it. It doesn't matter from which angle you're hitting it.
weird, but then
There it is, Mr. Salt.
salt and pepper hair. And then it's like, right, Patrick was like 35, but he looks a lot older. That's most
21.
Hit.
That one tickled me. I don't know why. It's so dark.
Meanwhile,
Can I reroll both of them?
Yeah.
he's going back and he comes out with
It's for that one time. So if you get like ones on the next one attack, can't do it.
where did you get these from? And he's like, we have like 2
Okay.
containers.
Matt, how would you like to do this?
Wipes back there. Pulled out like 6 or 7 and made them.
I wish I could do a
I
fight.
want to cut the body off the spider.
You want to remove the torso from the spider part?
Yeah, I want to separate it and put it back in its natural fucking order.
You see it rear back, its its legs, as it starts to go for you. You see this face start to lunge as she starts to plow with her offhand. The raven still moving around, trying to attack her. You take the opportunity and dig in closer toward like a baseball swing and put your whole body into the momentum, chopping off her closest leg, followed by her whole torso. You see the black ichor go right above your head and paint the wall as your blade stops hitting the door. You see the moment where she's looking down at you, not understanding what just occurred. She looks fine, and then her body starts losing control and the legs shoof outward and the body slides off the top, and she falls forward. She starts coughing up black ichor. Just
It's icky.
Spiders.
Yeah.
Icky, sticky, icky.
So she's dead.
Yay.
Yay!
Okay. So, do we care about the children?
Yes, we care about the
Where are these
children.
I
fucking
mean,
kids?
I guess let's
We gotta
cut
get
open.
paid.
Are they
for his
upstairs?
job.
Wait.
Let's
getting
cut
paid for
open the
this,
wiggly
right?
sacks of cocoon.
you start going through the barn, and you start cutting open some of the sacks. Unfortunately, two of the kids did not make it, but you did manage to save the one girl up top. She looks like she's going to need some type of doctor or clergy to bring her back, but some paralyzed must have affected her, paralytic poison. But overall, you see collecting all the corpses and cocoons and moving them outside. You get a total of 7 of them. I think it was feasting on them at one point. Good job, guys. That concludes this adventure. So, if you're wondering, the Drider is in a weakened state. It's called a Drider. It's a drow who, at a certain point, has to go under a ceremony. And if they fail the ceremony of Loth, they'll turn into a spider-like person. The females will look like that, while the males have a body of a tarantula. This adventure really doesn't make any sense. It was my first one that I comprised because I was like, oh, orcs are cool, oh, Drider, But what I've made into a story is the orcs are trying to gain favor or work with a Drider, and the Drider is asking them to, or instilling fear in them, to bring her back food. So she was heavily hurt. There was no magic that was emanating from her because she lost her favor with Loth, so she couldn't cast any spells. On top of that, she was in a previous bout where she lost one of her legs. So
That's where her leg was.
So you could say she was legless.